the amateurs make it.
The title of the story is Making Friends. One day, John the Baptist was standing on the banks of the River Jordan talking with two of his followers, John and Andy. Suddenly, Jesus walked past and John got all excited. "There he goes," he said. "He's the man I was telling you about, the man whose arrival I've been preparing everyone for." "You mean the Messiah?" "Yes, he's the one who will take away the sins of the world." Leaving John standing there on his own, the two set off after Jesus. He noticed he was being followed, so he stopped and waited for them to catch up. "What do you want?" he asked. "We just want to know where you live." "Okay, come and I'll show you." They went with him to a small tent by the river's edge. They actually ended up spending the rest of the day with him. We don't know what they talked about. All we know is that Jesus made a huge impression on them. For early next morning, Andrew went off looking for his brother Simon. When he found him, he blurted out, "You won't believe it, we've found the Messiah." "Of course you have. I'm not joking. Come on, I'll take you to him." So Simon went along with him. When they reached his tent, Jesus took one look at Simon and said, "So, they call you Simon. Well, I'm going to call you Peter." Simon didn't object. You see, the word Peter meant rock. He probably fancied himself as a bit of a hard man and figured that the name suited him. It would be much, much later that he would understand the reason Jesus gave him that name. Right now, however, Simon ran off to find his friend Philip and brought him along to meet Jesus. As soon as Philip had met Jesus, he too ran off to find a friend of his called Nat. "Nat," he said, "we found the Messiah, the man Moses and all the prophets told us about." "Yeah? Who is he?" "His name is Jesus. He's a carpenter." "A carpenter? Where does he come from?" "From Nazareth." "The Messiah from Nazareth? You're pulling my leg. Can anything good come from Nazareth?" "Well, if you won't believe me, why don't you come along and meet him for yourself? Then you can make up your own mind about him." "Okay, lead the way." Jesus noticed Nat coming and said, quite out loud, "Ah, now here comes a really genuine guy. What you see is what you get with this man." Nat was completely taken aback on hearing him say this, so he asked, "How do you know about me?" Jesus replied, "You were sitting under a fig tree when Philip called you." "Well, isn't that right?" "Yes," said Nat, more puzzled than ever. He was silent for a few moments, looking intently at Jesus' eyes. Then suddenly an excitement came into his voice, and he said, "I believe the others now. I believe that you are the Messiah, the long-promised Saviour." Jesus couldn't help but smile. "You believe in me simply because I told you that I saw you sitting under the fig tree. Mark my words, Nathan. If you stay with me, you will see and hear far, far greater things." This little group became the core of what would be called the 12 Apostles. On that day, by the River Jordan, their amazing journey with Jesus began.